What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another wrestling podcast for you guys. I'm Unstoppable Denominator over the phone. We have Pistol Pete.
What's up, guys?
So it's the holidays. It have to be done around this time in the morning because some of us don't even get a day off until the holiday. Vulture would love to be here, won't be able to until possibly maybe next week. But anyways, Unstoppable Squad, your first wrestling podcast. This week's news is Paul Heyman handed a binder to Adam Pearce of the 5th member of the men's War Games. And who is that? No other than Brock Lesnar.
Wow. Totally didn't see that coming,
Right? And then all of a sudden you see the fight break out at the end of the night. Of course, we see Roman Reigns return. Wow, we didn't see that coming either.
I think I saw it somewhere, Unstoppable. So last year's War Games match,
Yeah.
if you compare last year's War Games match to this year's, the babyface team is the exact same, aside from Cody Rhodes.
Because Sami Zayn was in it.
Sami Zayn was in it last year and not Cody. But yeah, like, it's, wow. We can't have new people. That's why they have to bring the qualifying matches back, like, because if they do that, maybe they can, like, get new faces and stuff.
Well, we're gonna talk about this here soon anyway, about the original Survivor Series, but unless you want to talk about it now.
I mean, why not?
Alright, since we are in this...
We're already on this topic, and I was just saying, like, if you do qualifying matches like they did with the traditional Survivor Series matches that they used to do, but if you do that for War Games, you could it could open the avenues for a very interesting teams.
Right.
And we might not be stuck with the same people every year.
Exactly.
That's another reason why they're losing viewers, is because we know the matches before we see them. And if you open the doors for new people, it would open the audience to maybe want to tune in to see, oh, who is it going to be? Even if you get the same people next year, just having the qualifying matches will make it way more interesting. I guess that's where I was going with this.
I get what you're talking about. Like, they need to mix something up, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know how they used to do the mixed match? Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, like the mixed tag team.
No, it was like mixing up the brand and all, like, stuff. It was like, why couldn't they just shake it up, like, a little bit, you know, with the War Games?
Oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Shake it up with the War Games, you know, not keep it all the same, like, oh, yeah, we get to see the Vision War Games, but, you know, we're gonna pretty much see the same team as last year, adding Cody Rhodes into the mix, replacing Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn for Cody Rhodes. It's like, really, guys?
Can't you guys do something else better?
That's why I'm saying they have to bring the qualifying matches back. They have to. It would make the entire thing more interesting.
Yeah, well, let us know in the comments below what you guys think, what they should do with the Survivor Series. Well, speaking of the original traditional Survivor Series, what do you think about that? But it's on a Friday night SmackDown. That kind of should be on the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. It should be on the pay-per-view.
I don't even know who's in a traditional 5-on-5 besides Sami Zayn.
I think I saw it. I don't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head. It was on SmackDown, you said, right?
Yeah, for SmackDown.
I hate technology.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't know. It's not giving me much. It's not. I'm trying, bro, but it's just showing me War Games, and that's not what I want.
Oh, wait, here we go. So the traditional Survivor Series is going to be on Friday, November 28th, right before Survivor Series. This should actually be on the Survivor Series pay-per-view War Games. This should not...
Yeah, I agree with you. This should be on they should do this on the pay-per-view, bro.
Rey Fenix, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Motor City Machine Guns versus the MFTs.
This is so dumb. Like I know I just ranted about how they gotta get new people, but like you were saying, I don't see any way you can't have this on the pay-per-view.
Right.
So Sami Zayn, instead of being in a War Games match, decided
to get a traditional Survivor Series
match. I'm gonna make the assumption here, maybe some people in the WWE locker room want to see the traditional one back. And again, like, I could be completely wrong about that, but
it would be great to have the traditional Survivor Series and the War Games going.
Yeah, it should. But I wouldn't get rid of War Games. I would just have that included, like Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, like they did in the past.
Right.
You wouldn't get rid of War Games completely. You could have both and be perfectly fine. Actually, I think that might make the PLE even more intriguing if you have both of them.
If so, they would have to do a two-nighter.
And we'll see who comes out on top on SmackDown. But I think I'm leaning towards MFT. But I definitely could. It'll definitely be interesting.
Alright, we're gonna move on. I guess we have Becky Lynch and AJ Lee could be possibly joining the Women's War Games.
I said last week that maybe AJ Lee comes back. I just want to throw that out there. I said that AJ Lee could show up at War Games.
What if AJ Lee joins the team?
I would be honestly shocked because I think that she might be ready, but not almost there.
Yeah, that might have been like a one-off thing to take care of like Becky.
Yeah.
Because like ever since her match, she hasn't really been around.
Yeah, sadly, because well, we all like AJ Lee.
I'm thinking maybe AJ Lee takes Charlotte's place because CM Punk's in the men's War Games match.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Kind of like easy booking for them.
It would really be easy booking.
And then obviously like the last spot, who takes that last spot, I couldn't tell you who they are, but I think one of them is going to be AJ Lee.
100%.
And well, she made her debut. Well, not her debut, an appearance on Raw. Now that her husband, CM Punk, is on the babyface War Games match for the men, I think you do the same for AJ Lee.
Yeah.
Make AJ Lee one of the allies that hasn't been named yet.
The only reason why she might be involved is because Rhea Ripley has told her we need to talk. So, and she also... reason why I say Becky Lynch is going to get involved because AJ Lee getting involved because thanks to AJ Lee, Becky Lynch lost her title to Maxine Dupre on winning the Intercontianl title. I was shocked that she won.
That was great. That was crazy.
Like I said in our group chat, if it wasn't for AJ Lee's distraction, Maxine Dupre would never had won.
Well, to be fair to Maxine Dupre, she did get the first punch in this match, and she was actually the one controlling most of the match. I don't personally think she needed AJ Lee, but I will agree that AJ Lee was a deciding factor as to who came out on top this time. I think if that match went on maybe a few more minutes, perhaps Becky would have retained, but I wouldn't count on Maxine Dupre either because she was really close at beating Becky before. She kicks out of Manhandle Slam and she does her own move, but that Maxine Dupre was clearly a deciding factor in this match, but I'm not sure if she was the reason that Maxine won either, if that makes sense. Was she the reason she won? Maybe, but I wouldn't count her out because she was really close at beating her before.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I will throw out there. Maybe I look like an idiot, but that's just what I
So, our next topic we have here is Jayce Jane wins the NXT Women's title. And thanks to Izzy, she turned on Tatum.
Yeah. Okay, do you remember everything I said about Maxine Dupre?
Yeah.
In this last segment? Yeah. Tatum Paxley lost this because of the heel turn. That was the reason, because under normal circumstance, Tatum Paxley should never have lost this title.
No.
In normal circumstances.
But
she should have never lost. I get that they were trying to turn her face. Maybe. Wasn't she sort of kind of not really already a baby face?
Oh, Tatum?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was already a baby face. But
yeah.
She was just friends with Izzy Dane.
I know, but and Tatum Paxley is so criminally underrated, so criminally underused by NXT, and I was so happy for her when she won. She didn't deserve this, bro.
No.
Come on. I get that they wanted to split her away from the culling, but you didn't have to do her like this. You could have done that. You could have had her keep the title and then say I'm done. You didn't have to take the title away from her. That made me sad.
You know what
and pissed
what
at the same time, actually. Normally those kind of things don't really piss me off, because I've seen many instances in this, so I normally don't get pissed, but given this circumstances, I was really upset by this.
You know what would have made really sense if she kept the title, and perfectly would have been awesome if Izzy Dane turned on her at the end of the match.
Yeah, that could have been something cool.
Maybe he had something different than what we could have thought of.
I guess so, right? I was so mad.
Yeah, I was shocked right there. I was like, oh, well, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't. But because Shawn Spears was looking at Izzy Dane anyway.
Yeah, he was. He was kind of luring in the back, what's he gonna do? I don't know. I didn't think you had to take the belt off of Tatum for this. What do you guys think? Am I crazy, or are we crazy? But I personally think you could have gone about this differently.
The next topic is speculations going around saying that John Cena to the Hall of Fame by next year.
Wow, I'm so shocked.
Woo.
Where's Bray Wyatt's induction, assholes?
Yeah, exactly. Bray Wyatt should have been. Every year when someone dies of who was in the Hall of in the WWE, look at Eddie Guerrero. When he died, he was inducted to the Hall of Fame the next year. Why isn't Bray Wyatt inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I'm not saying Cena shouldn't be inducted. He absolutely should.
Right.
But come on, this has to be the year. But okay, this is a perfect time to put Bray Wyatt in, because he was a common adversary of John Cena.
Yeah.
Who's one of his biggest foes. You can have a scenario where they both get in this year. I think that would be really cool.
And to be honest with you, Bray Wyatt never done nothing wrong to WWE. I don't know why they're holding him off to the Hall of Fame. It's not like they can't put him in the Hall of Fame like they can't do with Owen Hart or Chris Benoit.
Yeah, I know, right? Bray Wyatt hasn't really done like you said, he didn't do anything shady, so I don't know why they're withholding him. Maybe they don't think he's worthy, but that's kind of like a shot, like a slap in the face to everything he's accomplished for them.
You're right.
Even if you weren't a fan of Bray Wyatt as a wrestler, Bray Wyatt, the creative mind, what he brought to the table, much like John Cena, in this final stretch, which, to what we know, it's all John Cena's calls. Yeah, okay. But with Bray Wyatt, just Bray Wyatt, the wrestler, should get in too.
Yep.
And John Cena's the greatest of all time, so I'm not saying he shouldn't get in. I'm just saying I think there's a way you can put both of them in. Considering some of the people who did make the WWE Hall of Fame, who I don't think were particularly well deserving of them, I think you could put both of them in now, and that would be cool. But Bray Wyatt should have gotten in like 2 years ago for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. If Bray Wyatt was still alive and he had a career-ending injury, who knows if he might have been someone in creative team.
Yeah, and
because he's great with creative stuff.
Take it a step further. There's John Cena's last match tournament going on, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say he wouldn't be the one that won the tournament?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And speaking of the tournament, I don't know if you want to go on to this right now, but there is a replacement for Sheamus for John Cena's tournament.
Yeah,
but, well, hold on. I still think, I still think Bray Wyatt should be in the Hall of Fame. More than, right now, yes, save John Cena till like another year. Let him go in, but first put Bray in first.
You have to put Cena in this year. Just for the love of God, put Bray Wyatt in.
Yeah.
You have to put Cena in this year because you spent a year and a half on the marketing that this is going to be his last year. Like I wouldn't say it would be false advertisement if you didn't put Cena in, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense to withhold it.
Right.
Do the right thing.
I just want to throw this out here. See, Wrestling said that this could be John Cena's Hall of Fame. We could see John Cena have one last match at WrestleMania. See, Wrestling mentioned that in his wrestling video.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think I've said this before on our podcast where we will see one last match and it'll be against The Rock.
Damn.
So, I think I said that. And I was talking about it before when I saw this before. The thing is, it wouldn't make any sense with the last time now tournament, you know? Now we're going to move on to the tournament here where Sheamus is injured. He has a shoulder injury, I guess.
This sucks, man.
And there was rumors were saying that Sheamus was going to be the winner.
That sucks, man. I wanted him to win.
So,
I wanted him to win because he doesn't have the Intercontinental Championship, and it would be a cool way of, like, you know, having him the one to beat John Cena, and, like, it'd make him a Grand Slam winner, but, man, so mad, man.
I don't blame you, Dan. Injury bug really sucks, though.
God, you can't, I get you can't predict injuries, but, like, come on. It almost feels like it's rigged for Gunther to win it. It almost like if you look at the people that are in it, it almost feels like it's going to be rigged to have Gunther.
Like I said in the beginning, you know, before even a tournament even happened, this was going to be all for Gunther. Mm-hmm. And I said John Cena was going to win. You guys, go back to our podcast from earlier in the beginning of everything, right? I did say Gunther is going to face John Cena, and John Cena was going to win the Intercontinental title, and John Cena would put the title on the line against Gunther. Gunther will win and become the Intercontinental Champion. And I have a feeling it's going to happen because John Cena is going to be facing Dominic a rematch at Survivor Series. Who knows if John Cena will retain, but hopefully he does so he can face Gunther for the title and Gunther beats John Cena for the title. I've said this many times here on this podcast that this was going to happen. So
I gotta give credit where it's due. This is something you said, and I don't know if you're a psychic or something, but as the pawns are laid out right now on the board, I think this entire tournament is going to come down to Gunther.
Right.
I just do. I really wish Sheamus didn't have this injury because he could have made it more interesting.
You're right. Who do you think is going to replace Sheamus for the tournament? You've been right couple times.
Well,
but last week you said Zack Ryder.
I know, I was wrong there. But this match happened on SmackDown already.
Right. Oh, did it?
Yeah. The Miz came back and he faced LA Knight. And then LA Knight beat The Miz.
And I must have missed that because I thought it was supposed to be on Monday Night Raw.
I think it was on SmackDown. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this happened on SmackDown.
Okay, so you were right. The Miz is replacing Sheamus in the tournament, which was announced after Sheamus had to withdraw due to a shoulder. The Miz now faces LA Knight in the next round, the John Cena next tournament. So you were right.
And then I believe LA Knight won that match.
The next match, The Miz will face LA Knight in a match to determine who advances. I don't think it doesn't say who won.
Okay, so the match probably didn't happen
So
already.
it's probably going to happen on Monday Night Raw, like I said.
I know I saw somewhere that The Miz was announced that he had.
You know, my other second pick is going to be The Miz. Because, like I said, we never seen The Miz versus Cena this year.
That is true.
So
you can't really talk about John Cena without talking about The Miz. Because they kind of like, I'm not saying The Miz is on Randy Orton or CM Punk in terms of Cena's rivals, right? I'm not saying he's one of his biggest rivals, but he was a thorn in his side for like the duration of the 2010s. So I think you could make a solid argument that he should also be the winner of this.
right, and it's going to be next week on SmackDown to determine who will move on.
I'll take the half L on that one. LA Knight and The Miz didn't happen yet. Okay.
No.
I think The Miz should win, but I don't think he's going to. I think they're going to give it to LA Knight.
I hope they give it to The Miz.
Me too. I think The Miz should win.
Yep.
Like I said.
Let us know in the comments below, who do you think is going to win? Miz or LA Knight? Or who do you think is going to win the John Cena tournament to face John Cena? And who do you think is going to win against John Cena? Let us know in the comments. Alright, our next topic is Mercedes Mone became the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World TV Champion, going over Red Velvet at AEW Collision. She has now 13 belts. Wait, hold on. Last week, I forgot to put this in our podcast notes last week, that she had won her 13th belt. Now it's saying that she won her 13th belt again.
Alright, and she had a chance last night.
Yes.
Get her 14th.
She lost.
She had a chance, but she lost. She lost to Chris Statlander, keeping her total
13.
at 13.
Now, do you think this might end her title reign where she starts losing?
I will say this. First of all, I want to give credit where it's due. Mercedes Moné really proved herself to be one of the best in the world right now. I will give credit where it's due. I might not be a fan, but that's just what I see of her right now.
Right.
It reminds me of the Kenny Omega run a few years back where he was just winning everything.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that. I'm not saying Mercedes Moné is as good as Kenny Omega or anything, but I just think I have to give credit where it's due. 13 is an impressive number.
She did beat the record too.
Right, exactly. However, and this is where I'm going to throw it back to that question and I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Do I think that she'll start losing titles? I don't know about that. However, I do think she will be done, at least for now, adding more. I think we will see a set amount at 13 for now. And will she start losing? I think maybe she will, but
I feel like she would start losing it probably in a couple weeks.
And if she does, I mean, if she does, completely fair. But I think she's done adding more. I think 13 is going to be the highest we'll see. But I have to give credit where it's due. Mercedes Moné, what she's doing right now, it's really impressive.
Right.
Even for me as a person that's not really a fan of hers, I just have to give credit where it's due.
This next topic is your favorite of all time, Logan Paul.
Lies. Who told you that? Who told you that?
Rumors told me that.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Logan Paul is not happy The Undertaker joining YouTube. He says, I'm tired of these outsiders thinking they can just become YouTubers. Bro, you said that about wrestlers. Like how Jelly Roll was the outsider of joining WWE. Bro, you were the one who joined WWE, the outsiders.
Bro, Logan Paul is the outsider. Like, there's no way around this. Like, I get you like Logan Paul, but like, there's no way you can argue that he's not an outsider when it comes to this. There's like, if you can find some way of spinning that and make it sound accurate, like, that would be insane. Logan Paul's out here complaining that a wrestler started a podcast. Bro, Undertaker isn't an outsider. Undertaker is one of the best and most idolized figures in all of professional wrestling.
Right.
And if he wants to start a podcast, it doesn't even have to be about wrestling. It could be just about general topics. If he wants to start a podcast about anything, he has the right to do so.
Well, The Undertaker does already have a podcast of his own.
I know.
Which makes no sense why he didn't have a fucking YouTube channel a long time ago for it.
Okay, but podcast, YouTube channel, it's the same argument. If Undertaker wants to do anything new, I think he should be allowed to do so.
Do you think?
And that doesn't give Logan Paul right to say, "Oh, I'm sick of these outsiders starting YouTube channels." Literally, a YouTuber who became a boxer, and you're a boxer podcaster that became a WWE superstar.
Right.
Like, shut up, Logan Paul. God, I'm sick of this guy.
Here's my WrestleMania prediction. Logan Paul versus The Undertaker.
That would be funny.
Book it, WWE. Book it.
I pray that they don't give him, because Undertaker can't move anymore. It's almost sad watching The Undertaker now, because The Undertaker is my favorite wrestler of all time.
He don't have to wrestle. Remember how he used to do things in the ring and he could just give Logan Paul a choke slam.
Logan Paul a choke slam.
And then a tombstone. That's it.
I could just do that.
At WrestleMania.
Great. That would be glorious. Do that.
That would be perfect for WrestleMania. Book that. WWE.
What do you guys think? Am I crazy, or
Are we crazy?
Are we crazy? Or... yeah.
Let us know in the comments below.
Let me know in the comments below.
Speaking of Logan Paul, did you see that he pulled The Rock? He pulled The Rock by writing the script on his hand.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even know that was a thing that The Rock did.
Yeah, he did.
Like, maybe I'm just a complete idiot right now, but I didn't know The Rock did that.
Yep.
So I was kind of confused, but then I saw the close-up. I was like, oh shit, he did write the promo on his arm.
Well, the thing is, John Cena actually, I think he mentioned that in a rap when John Cena was doing, facing The Rock a long time ago. I think it was, New Jersey or something like that, but...
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to have the poster up here, but not anymore.
Interesting. But anyway, yeah, Logan Paul's out here trying to make himself look better than he isn't. And bro, if The Rock was in the ring, he would roast the shit out of Logan Paul again. Like, didn't Logan Paul learn his lesson?
Not really. He hasn't really.
He hasn't really learned his lesson, bro. I'm sick of Logan Paul, bro.
Oh, I know you're sick of him. But he did also, there's also not rumors, but he also said that he's better than the AEW whole roster.
He didn't say this. A WWE legend said this, that he's better than all the rosters of AEW.
There is some wrestlers he's better than, but he's not better than Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, whoever else. But yeah, he can be better by some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah, I agree. I think Logan Paul is definitely better as an in-ring performer than some of the AEW guys. However, I do believe that Logan Paul isn't the best wrestler in WWE. I also don't think Logan Paul is better than all of the AEW roster because, like you said, there are way better wrestlers
Right.
on the AEW than Logan Paul. I will give Logan Paul this, as much as I don't like him. I've always said this. You can go back to any time I talked about Logan Paul with Unstoppable about this. I've always said that Logan Paul in the ring is as good as there is. However, I still don't believe Logan Paul is the best wrestler in WWE. I just don't. I just don't believe that. So I certainly don't believe that Logan Paul is better than everybody on AEW. Because I think if you put him in the ring with Samoa Joe, I think Joe beats him.
You're right, definitely.
If you put him in the ring with Kenny Omega, I think Kenny Omega beats him.
Yep.
If you put him in the ring with Mox, I think it would be close, but I will give the slight edge to Moxley.
Yes, definitely.
Like maybe, and I think the same thing could be said about the Young Bucks. I think if they're solo, I think he could take probably both of them, but I still think I would give the edge to Matt and Nick. I saw this just made me laugh. I just wanted to rant about this for a bit.
Yeah, I actually wanted to bring this up, so.
Yeah, I'm glad you did, because I wanted to rant about this for a bit. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Are we crazy, or do you think Logan Paul is better than the
AEW roster?
AEW. I certainly don't believe so. Unstoppable certainly doesn't believe so.
Yeah, even though, yes, I like Logan Paul. You guys see my taste test videos. If you guys follow me on my taste test channel, I like drinking Prime. I love trying it and everything. But there's no way he can beat anyone that we've talked about.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, hell no.
Speaking of The Undertaker we talked about, WWE has released a new belt for The Undertaker's 35th anniversary that is priced at $850.
Shipping, by the way, that's not the final product.
Oh, it's not?
Plus shipping, which I did the math. If you bought it, I want to get the exact number. Shipping tax. I'm going to use it where we are, so it's
actually
like
$849.99.
$49.99, right?
Adding this to my cart, and we'll see how much it's going to cost.
I think it's something like $900, and it's like $900. So, like, if you include shipping, it's like over $900. Nobody likes The Undertaker that much.
I mean, there's some people that do, and some people don't. But my dad loved The Undertaker.
Yeah, but I don't think your dad would buy that belt.
I would probably buy it for him, but I don't think he would want it anyway, to be honest with you. Because he never cared for belts.
Plus shipping, it's insane, bro. Yeah, if you had sales tax and shipping, it's like over $900. There's no way that you could. I remember when these belts were like $500.
Okay, so total would be $910.10. So it would be $53.12. Shipping would cost $6.99. And if you do the standard shipping, if you did the 2-day business, it would cost $924.06. If you did it the next day shipping, it would cost $930.06. The only ones that would probably be buying this is like hardcore fans that love wrestling belts.
And listen, The Undertaker is my favorite wrestler of all time. Even when before TKO showed up, even before TKO, I thought the most expensive fucking things that were on the WWE store were the title belts.
Yeah, it was.
And they were like $500, like they were like $450 or something. even that was too high. Nobody's going to buy this unless they're a millionaire.
Right.
And can afford something like this.
Unless if you want to, like, waste all your saving money on this belt, but yeah.
I would never buy that for that price.
That's right. I wouldn't either, especially, I'm sorry, but yes, I have my own belts, but I'm not gonna call my wrestling belts these are my wrestling belts, guys. Right here. These are my wrestling belts. These do not cost over $800 to freaking be made.
Yeah.
It costs like $200 to make. And then the shipping...
That's fair.
The shipping is out of state. It's about $300 to get it to me. Total.
See, but that's fair. Like $200 to $300, that's fair. Not $850. $900. If you're not in Connecticut at headquarters, you will have to spend, or you're not at the WWE event, which you already spent an arm and a leg to get into.
Right, and then you spend $800 and something for the belt.
Spend $850, bro.
Oh, trust me, I went to an event when they had belts there, right? I seen wrestling fans buy belts. And I was like, dude, how the fuck where do you get your fucking money? Are you like, have a good fucking job? Because I want what you have.
Yeah, I want the job that you have if you can afford this. Like, what are you doing? Like, I get it. I get this podcast is our job, but, like, I still wouldn't buy an $800, $900 title belt. That's ridiculous. I thought $400 was ridiculous, or whatever they cost before that. $100 to $200, $300 if it's a custom belt. Maybe you'll be in. It'll be a hard sell for me, but maybe I would do it because, like, you know, times are tough. Like, not everyone is a millionaire. Not everybody is as gifted as each other now. So times are tough. Like, people have their priorities where they want to spend their money. If they have the money to afford a title belt like this and still pay all their bills, still like pay everything else, then by all means go for it. But I certainly don't have that kind of money to just blow.
Neither do I. The guy who made these belts for me, he keeps contacting me. Hey, do you have any new ideas? It's like, no, I can't afford it anymore. Not right now. I can't afford it. So I can't afford all these belts anymore like I used to.
Yeah, times are tough, man.
All right, our next subject is Nikki Bella has stated that this current run that she is on right now in the WWE will be her final run. A lot of people are said, yes, finally, good. We don't need her anymore. It's like, okay, yes, it would be great to see her win one last belt, which probably will see one last belt for her. Brie Bella should return so that the Bellas can win the tag titles, you know, because they never won tag titles. Yeah.
They've never been tag team champs?
No, the belts weren't out when they were around.
Damn. Okay. I still wouldn't do it because I still don't think they should do that, but that's interesting.
Yeah, the Bellas weren't around when tag team belts were around.
Interesting. I said it last week, the Bellas are kind of like
overrated.
The Kardashians for pro wrestling.
We got Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella turned on Stephanie Vaquer on the same episode of Raw that Cena won the title. I kind of saw this coming.
I sort of didn't.
You didn't?
Because I saw Nikki Bella, usually she's all, like, nice to people, and they don't ever have people, you know, like, interfering.
Mm-hmm.
However, seeing Nikki
true.
interfere with her friend Stephanie is just, it's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of, this whole alliance has been kind of weird personally because I don't think Stephanie really needs Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
I think she's great on her own, personally, which is why I kind of saw the turn. But I did because when they were having their, like, beef at the end of the last Raw that they were on, they were kind of, like, butting heads, and I was thinking, are they going to turn her? And given Nikki Bella's history with Cena, I think having her do it in Boston would get the most heat from the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Because Boston's more so...
They're more Cena focused.
Yeah, they're more of the people's champ, less than the Bellas.
Yeah. And kind of a hot take. I know I've said quite a bit on this podcast, actually. A hot take, I never really understood the hype for Nikki Bella.
Me neither.
I know that might be a hot take for some. I personally never saw the hype.
Yeah, me neither.
I was never like a Bella fan. Kind of remind me of the Kardashians, actually. They kind of remind me of the Kardashians. A little bit.
They're just like, they're somewhat attractive, but like they don't really do anything. They're just there. They're all about money. They're all about themselves. When Nikki Bella turned on Stephanie Vaquer, the entire Boston crowd was chanting, "You dumped Cena," or something like that.
I think Cena dumped her.
Yeah, but like,
it was something they cheered.
It was something. But my point is, Nikki Bella being back, it's like, okay, why do you need her back?
Well, look at AJ Lee's back, so...
AJ Lee makes sense because she took time away for herself. She's back with her husband. She's working again. Like, I'm not saying Nikki Bella shouldn't be allowed to do that, but it's like, do we really need all these old timers?
I mean, WWE loves their old timers. Vince McMahon loved it too.
I guess.
What?
I guess, but like, okay. I think she's doing this to capitalize on what John Cena did with his Last Time Is Now tour. I think she's doing the same thing, but she's making it all about her. Nikki, I'm sorry, with all due respect, nobody gives a shit about you right now. Nobody cares. If your run ended at Saturday Night Main Event, if your run ended at War Games, nobody would care. Literally no one.
I feel like she went back to the wrestling company for her son to witness her wrestle. It's like, okay, cool, great. Why didn't you show your son your old matches?
Well, that's what I'm saying. YouTube is as big of a media juggernaut as it is right now.
Right.
I'm sure you can look up a few Bella matches on YouTube.
If that's not the case, maybe she's back to wrestling just because she needs money because her baby daddy broke up with her. Or she broke up with her baby daddy. Or that John Cena's back for his last time run, but they could make up and stuff. John Cena never wanted to be a dad.
No, he didn't. That's why they broke up, because he didn't want to be a father. I was all over the place in this segment, but it's like, I seriously don't understand, like, the appeal for Nikki Bella. Aside from her looks, I get it. She's attractive. I get that. But, like, what can she do in the ring that others can't? I don't know. Maybe she just wants to see her son wrestle. Maybe that's it. But it's like, okay, you can show the highlights on YouTube. Why do you have to be back? What do you guys think?
Let us know in the comments below how you feel about Nikki Bella returning, about her final run, and so on.
In the comments, or about any of the topics that we talked about on this podcast.
So far, or in the past. We're going to move on. Gunther versus Jey Uso is expected to be the final of the Last Time Is Now tournament.
Of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be?
Why do we need another repeat of this?
It's the same match I love tournaments, right? I wish WWE would do more tournaments, honestly. I think this is such a cool concept. But, and they had the chance of doing something really cool. You brought Matt Cardona and Dolph Ziggler back. You have them lose round one. And then it's like, you have like all the appeal that you could have gotten from a match with them kind of like taken right out from underneath them, because I can't name one of the quarterfinal matches. Like, I can't name one of them that I haven't seen before. And it's like, bro, why do we need this?
I mean,
Just announce that Gunther's facing John Cena. I really don't care right now.
Exactly.
Make it for the Intercontinental Champion. Have Gunther beat him like you said before. It's like, what the heck, man? There is one thing I'd like to point out.
What's that?
I did say that I really hope the last match that Cena has isn't for a championship. I did say that. I have since switched my stance on this because the Intercontinental Championship eluded him for the vast majority of his career, and this is the one instance where he doesn't really need to hold on to it.
Which you think he's gonna lose to Dominic?
I thought he would lose it to Dom Mysterio already, to be honest, but...
So what you're saying he's gonna lose?
I think Cena's going to lose the Intercontinental Championship in the final of this tournament.
Okay.
I think whoever wins this tournament
will be the winner of...
will be the Intercontinental Champion at the end of this.
Which I still call Gunther on winning the tournament and beating John Cena, winning the Intercontinental title.
Like, we already saw Gunther versus Jay. You built that up for a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, but that was all WrestleMania. I see where you're coming from, where all the fans are coming from, but this is a last time now wrestle John Cena. Even though, yes, Jey Uso never got to face John Cena.
I get that, but it's like, do we really need Jey Uso in this type of situation? Though, could we use literally like another person who hasn't got time? Do we really need a person like Gunther, who we've seen like over and over again in a situation like this? He already won the Intercontinental Championship. Do we really need... It's like they go back to the same things, and it's so annoying because there's so much potential for interesting matches in a tournament, and it seems like they give the predictable result every single time, and that's what annoys me. That's what annoys me. It's what annoyed me with Vince McMahon. It's what annoyed me with the era that just escaped, where God, that was so bad. When they were going head to head with AEW, God, WWE was so bad in that period.
Yeah, I know.
It seemed like, and it seems like thank God we're not in that. Triple H has done really well since, but like a little variety. I'm asking just for a little bit of variety. Just give me like some things that will make me go, oh, I did not expect that. From time to time. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. It could be one time out of 2 months, and I will be happy. I would be happy with that. It doesn't even have to be every single month. It could just be like once, where I'm like, oh, I did not see that coming. Because, like, that's what a tournament's supposed to bring you. You're supposed to not expect a whole bunch, but the people that have advanced from the first round, we've seen, like, over and over again. It's like, right. Why? That's all I'm saying. I might have sounded like an idiot there. I might have just... It's like... That's exactly how I feel, and I just say it.
I get where you're coming from.
What do you guys think?
Let us know in the comments. Alright, so next we have Ricochet becomes the very first AEW national champion in history at Full Gear. Ricochet wins the Casino Gauntlet to become the inaugural AEW national champion. Ah!
Yay!
Woo! Congratulations to Ricochet.
Okay, Ricochet won it, but I still think the name is stupid.
Yeah.
National championship. Wait. So you're not taking your company seriously?
Nope, apparently not.
Didn't they drop a belt called the International Championship?
Think so.
And they axed that belt and made it one of the current ones. I forget, but my point is, if you're doing that, and then you a few months later or a year later, however long it's been since that happened, you introduce another belt, and then you name it the National Championship,
which makes no sense.
Okay, so AEW just dropped the word inter.
Yep, into a national.
Just drop International Championship. No, that's not. No, that's fine.
We
That's,
need to get rid
we
of that
can't
belt,
have
make
that.
it a new belt
can't
into
have
national. National is better than Intercontinental. We gotta drop that belt in Intercontinental. We gotta make a new one. Here, we need this one as in the national championship. Okay, cool. Great, yeah, okay. Makes total sense.
It's like, why? At this point, you should have just called it the United States Championship. What are we doing? Like, it's okay. It's okay, AEW, if you want to follow that. Like, that's okay.
Like, there's nothing wrong with United States. New Japan has one.
In fact, I think New Japan has all the names of the current WWE title, aside from their main championships. I think they have the Intercontinental they have an Intercontinental Championship, I think, and they have the United States
Which
Championship.
I feel like AEW should have kept the name as International because it's all over the globe. International means all over the globe. National is like, what is national? Leave it as international.
Yeah.
But
it's like, what the heck? What are you doing, man? You're dropping the word in... I don't get it.
I don't know. AEW, this is one...
AEW's weird. Congrats to Ricochet, though. I guess you're making some noise in AEW. Like, with all credit where it's due again, but like, I could have done without this.
Our next topic is FTR wins the AEW tag team titles.
Okay.
Pretty awesome.
Who did they face for it?
I don't know. I just saw that they won.
Okay.
By beating Brody King and Bandido.
Okay.
On last night's Full Gear.
Right.
This marks their third reign as champions and ties them with the Young Bucks for the most reigns.
I mean, they're pretty much AEW legends, right?
Yeah.
So, good for them.
Yep.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really watch AEW a lot these days, but like, I've had no issues with FTR in the past, so good for them.
Yeah, same here. I haven't had any issues with any pay-per-views, but I wish I could have watched the pay-per-view last night. But I was at work. The Mark Briscoe wins the TNT title, though, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
I think he did it for his brother, by the way. I think, wasn't it around this time where his brother died?
His brother passed,
in January, or...
January of 2024, I think, for 2023. I think so. 2023, yeah, January 17th. So we're almost on 2 years.
Damn.
And what... This is what gets me. Like, people were so against picking up the Briscoes, right?
Yeah.
Because of what Jay Briscoe said, like, 10 years prior, before he died. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, what I would have done to see Mark and Jay in any promotion. Like, I get they were in Ring of Honor for the majority of their time, but, like, Ring of Honor wasn't where it is now with Tony Khan. It's like, I would have liked to see them in WWE or AEW as a tag team. Every time I see Mark Briscoe, I just can't get that. I can't get that thought out of my head. It just makes me sad.
Yeah.
It just makes me sad.
But congrats, Mark, on winning the belt.
Congrats, Mark Briscoe, on winning the TNT title.
All right, our next subject is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks union.
Yeah, I saw this, and this was my first thoughts as this came across my feed. I'm like, wow. I was like, wow, good. It's about time they got back together. It was kind of weird without them as a unit.
When I saw this on Ringside News reported this, I was like, oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, like this is a good move, I guess.
So we'll see where this leads to the stable.
We'll see how this leads.
Now this seems like the Young Bucks are no longer rumored of going to WWE now. So it's like they're going to be staying in AEW now.
Yeah.
Our next and last topic is Samoa Joe wins the AEW World title in a brutal match.
So this is most likely likely going to be Samoa Joe's last title reign, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because I think we brought it on a podcast a couple ones ago that Samoa Joe's supposed to retire after his contract. Yeah, so this is probably a good going out gift to him. Like, hey, you did a lot for us. We're gonna give you another title reign, and then you do your thing until you say it's time for me to go.
All right. I'll say is that Samoa Joe actually deserves this because
Yeah, he does.
he's wrestled for a long time and he's put his time in AEW for a while now. He's also doing the show called
Twisted Metal.
So going back and forth. So we're gonna be actually seeing another season of Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I haven't even started watching it.
I haven't seen the newer season yet because I was waiting for it to all air so I can watch it all in straight shot.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
Okay. That's what I like to do with shows.
But yeah, congrats to Samoa Joe. I did see that Hook turned heel in that match and helped Joe win.
Oh, did he?
So Joe is starting like another faction, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with this because there's a lot of avenues they could go.
And I guess I seen that Swerve Strickland came out and a whole bunch of security were out there and trying to get Swerve away from Samoa Joe. So
yeah, this is gonna be pretty interesting down the road. Yeah, that's kind of all I got.
Yeah, same. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back next weekend. With Pistol Pete and Vulture. Hopefully, maybe.
Right. Hopefully, maybe. If not, well, we're gonna do something like this.
I will talk to you off camera about this, but if we do get together with all this, me stepping in next week as well. If we do it again next week with two of you guys, I'll step in and work because I felt out. I was like, man, I wish I could have said something, but
that's fine.
Anyways, Unstoppable Squad, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast. We are out. Peace.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.